Comic 182. Still talking heads about the silly apartment. So, not really much artistically to talk about here, but I'll bring that up in a minute. So let's go through the dialogue. Well, I won't say quickly. I'm gonna count many times I start saying a sentence and then give up. This place is amazing, Mr. Flinch. So you like it? Like it? I can't believe it's available. Why show us all those other ones before this one? You'd sell this one easily if you showed it first. I want to fill out the rat-infested shanties before I throw anyone into this place. You're all heart, Mr. Flinch. Yeah, that was what I was going to bring up with Comic 181. But I was fairly certain that I actually used the words, why show us all the other ones before this one? So you'd sell this one easily if you showed it first. And he wants to fill up the rat-infested shanties. Now, the plural of shanties, as we all know, ends in IES. So it should be SHANTIES. Typo. Now, first thing I notice here, which I haven't really talked about, is hairline around the ears. Now, I've been over this a few times, but I'll show you. Yeah. Watch what I'm drawing. This is really easy. So I start with the face, and then I sort of curve around the chin, and then do an uncurve. So it's sort of like a long S. It starts at the top of the forehead, long line down, curve for the chin, alternate curve for the neck, and then you'd go back to the top of the forehead and do kind of a rounded, all the way back around towards, and then just try to leave a small gap for the neck just there, and you can do whatever you want with the collar. I think I did this because this is the method. Back when I was a kid, I used to love Garfield's. I really loved Garfield, and there was a special talking to. Yeah, I was talking to Jim Davis. I can remember his face now. On how he drew the characters, and he talked through drawing the three main characters, Odie, Garfield, and John. So the method that he uses to draw John is the exact same method that I use to draw my characters. Well, more or less. Now, once you get the head shape, then did I? I think I drew the eyes next, nose, some sort of mouth. Oh, that mouth is far too big. I'm just drawing on a notepad that I found here, and then the ear. Now, the ear is kind of an opposite bracket to the nose, but it's usually a little tiny bit up. And then, after all that is said and done, you fill in the hair. Now, if you can look in all three of these panels, what I do is I try to avoid the ear entirely. So there's this little gap between the ear and the rest of the hair that I just do not touch. I get kind of close, but there always is this little gap. Now, that's not because I draw the hair first and leave a perfect gap. It is always because I draw the ear first. Always draw the ear first, and then add the hair afterwards. It's just easier that way. With the possible exception of Jeff. And that's why Jeff's hair doesn't go around his ear. It always looks like his hair is much further back, and he's got those stupid shaved sides. I must have a name to it, but I was associated with kind of a rapper, kids, not Kids in the Hall, New Kids on the Block, those other kids. There's young whippersnappers and their popular 1980s media culture. Anyway, I'm not that old. I'm getting there. I almost have a comb over. I'm going to stop. So... yeah, that's ears. Dun, da, da, da. Anyway, comic 183 is tomorrow. Bish.